Greetings, dear Scorpios. It's me, your tarot reader, Angelica. Today I have a tarot reading for you for April 2025. Shall we begin? Let's prepare for April 2025. And let's see what this month will bring specifically for you. So let's look at the 3 most important events that await you in April 2025. The first. Important event. The second. And the third. With another deck, we'll see what awaits you in your professional life in April 2025. We'll also look at exactly what your income will be. And what awaits you? Wow! The cards fell out, a whole bunch of them. Well, yes, I just couldn't hold them. So, let's see what awaits you in your personal life. In April 2025. What to pay attention to in terms of health, and advice from the cards for you for April. Let's begin. The first important event that awaits you in April is the 4 of Wands. The second important event, the 8 of Swords. The third important event. This is Bach Farade Vazeslav. Well, here we can talk about a situation where you will feel, like in a cage, in some kind of restrictions or not free, either from someone's opinion or from a certain situation. But what will happen according to the 8 of Swords? That is, something or someone will be limiting you. These are all temporary restrictions. This won't last long. It could be a situation where you need to assert your will, or you will rid yourself of your fears, or you will clearly realize that there are certain fears you need to fight. This card can also speak about your internal limitations when you set certain boundaries or fears for yourself. You impose certain boundaries on yourself, or, for example, you don't allow yourself the opportunity. Well, you don't acknowledge your right to think or act as you wish. Or you might depend on someone else's opinion here. The card may also indicate that there is some kind of crisis situation. It could be a dead-end situation, or in certain matters, or with someone in relationships, not necessarily in personal life. These could be business relationships, for example, some business dealings. It's as if you are wandering in a labyrinth. There is some problem, and you just can't find a way out of this problem. But, as I mentioned, this is all temporary. This limitation in actions is temporary. And this limitation may also relate to some kind of criticism. Perhaps you want to do something, maybe it concerns work, but you will face criticism, and this criticism will significantly limit your actions. And you will doubt whether you should act this way or not, or if it's better to remain silent or better to wait it out, something like that. Therefore, this card may also speak about your fears, when you are afraid to take a certain position, when you are afraid to say something against someone, or are afraid to defend yourself, to make decisions, and you are forced to adapt. This is the theme of this month, and it is here at the center, indicating that this needs to be worked on. These blocks, these limitations, these boundaries need to be removed. And the best thing about this card is that you can do this on your own. You don't need anyone for this. You and only you can easily solve any problem. You just need to overcome these fears, or at least look them in the eye. Next, we look at the 4 of Wands. This card is wonderful. A card that always appears, as they say, for a reason. It speaks of success. It speaks of some important results for you that you will achieve. It is also a card of stability, order, pleasure. And I want to tell you that this situation, which will occur when you face some criticism, limitations, you will not be free, let's say, in making decisions, or you won't be able to act as you wish, but it will end very quickly because you have very powerful cards here. Either someone will help you here, or you will manage on your own. But in any case, it will pass like this. I would even say as some kind of background. It won't be so global that you need to be afraid of it. In reality, here it's global. This is the Four of Wands and the Queen of Wands. The Four of Wands often plays out, like the purchase of real estate, yes, a plot of land or maybe a renovation improvement. For you, it will then be a significant event when you are arranging something. Moreover, if, for example, for someone it plays out as buying real estate, then with the Queen of Wands, you will be so inspired. For instance, by design improvement, you will be so... If you're involved in this, it will bring you immense emotional satisfaction. But if it is not related to purchasing real estate, then with the Four of Wands events, this card indicates that you will be organizing some kind of celebration. A celebration usually results from something significant. Well, the first could be some results in terms of, as I mentioned, a purchase. The second could be, for example, going on a trip somewhere to relax. It could be participating in some official receptions or being invited to a banquet. You will also really like this. And here too there is a reward for your efforts, for your work. And the Queen of Wands, she indicates that there will be something that will greatly inspire you when you channel your energy. And with the Queen of Wands, it's a very powerful energy. You will direct it towards some of your endeavors, very ambitious ones, where you can create in the literal sense of the word. It might play out differently. The Queen of Wands points to a specific woman, that is a woman of the fire zodiac signs, which are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or a woman who possesses the qualities of the fire element. This is a very active, strong-willed, charismatic, vibrant woman, self-sufficient, confident, and temperamental. So, this could be an acquaintance with such a Queen of Wands, or interaction, communication, resolving some issues, receiving support from her, working together with this woman or under her leadership. That is, the Queen of Wands will play a very important role in your life or in a certain situation. Also, this Queen of Wands may manifest as an event, such as a situation, where you need to show your will, overcome your fears, and you will be able to do it. Because, as I mentioned, the Queen of Wands is a vibrant energy, like fire. It's a fiery element. Fire sweeps everything in its path. There you go. This energy will give you the opportunity to get rid of all obstacles and all fears. And also there might be a situation where you will need to show not only decisiveness, but perhaps willpower, or maybe even authority. Or this Queen of Wands might manifest as a woman, with a generous spirit. How might it manifest? By providing charitable help to someone. Or someone might offer you such charitable help as a result of some situations here where you feel constrained. But in any case, judging by these three cards, everything will resolve in the best way for you, and you will find a way to free yourself from some limitations. And there will be people around you who are ready to help and assist you with this. Let's look further at what awaits you in your professional activities and what your income will be. In professional activities, again, a queen, but this time the Queen of Cups. And in terms of income, here is the Ace of Swords. And I would say there won't be any tension related to the Queen of Cups in professional activities. This is truly a situation or state where, as indeed indicated by the Four of Wands, you can undoubtedly say that you have previously worked a lot, possibly on some important task, but most likely you will either complete it in April or have completed it before April. And now there is a wonderful opportunity to relax, to celebrate, to give yourself a little break. This could perhaps manifest as taking a vacation and going somewhere by a body of water to rest, or it could manifest as the emotional aspect of work coming to the forefront where everything is perfectly harmonious, with very good relationships with colleagues, clients, partners, and management. Truly. And overall, this card indicates that any interaction happens easily when work tasks do not require quick completion. Everything is unhurried, everything is calm. You have a confident position at your workplace. By the way, with the Queen of Cups, intuition works very well here. And intuition allows you to solve any issues correctly thanks to your intuition. You know, as they say, sometimes you need to dodge, sometimes be in the right place, calm, sometimes stay silent, and sometimes the opposite. Speak up, but speak in a way that you are understood and sometimes find a compromise. It will be good to trust your intuition. Also, with the Queen of Cups, this can be about someone's creative potential, to reveal for someone as support again from a woman. Although here the Queen of Cups can indicate a specific Queen of Cups, meaning a gentle woman who is well disposed towards you, empathetic and sensitive. But it can also simply refer to a situation. That is, a woman will influence your professional situation, and then it will likely be the Queen of Wands who will influence your situation, and in general help you in every possible way. By the way, for someone else it might play out as engaging in your hobby, and through a hobby or creativity or perhaps donations earn income. If we talk about your income in April, then according to the Ace of Swords, this is a card of prosperity. And accordingly, it turns out there is an opportunity. And accordingly, in April, you will be able to increase your income and possibly even improve your quality of life. So everything is good here as well. Let's look further. Next, what awaits you in your personal life? Ten of Swords. Oh, health later. In personal life, the Ten of Swords. This is more likely a situation of lack of freedom, some kind of critical remarks and fears. It will specifically affect personal life. Here you will need to overcome your fears, either make some decisions, show willpower, or seek help from some Queen of Wands who will, let's say, encourage you, who will show you the way out, who will help you, because the Queen of Wands is not the kind of woman who will just listen to you and offer you her shoulder to cry on. No, this is a woman who is active and energetic. She actually helps. She helps to overcome fears. She helps to get rid of them. And if we talk about those who are in a couple, in long-term family relationships, this card can manifest as a breakup, as a divorce. When it's all over, I can't take it anymore. I can't endure this criticism. I can't live. It's like being in a cage or something. There could be some situations here. But in this case, of course, it's a final breakup. It's a very bitter, difficult separation, after which it's very hard to recover, and restoring the relationship is practically impossible. That is, here it might be that you will still hope for your partner's return, or on the contrary, you will decide never to start a relationship again, not to enter into any union or any relationship. As a rule, with the Ten of Swords, there is a cessation. Because it's a 10, it's already such an extreme card, meaning no. 11, 12 swords. Therefore, here is the cessation, the conclusion of something. Well, and since these are swords, it usually signifies the end of a relationship or marriage. But it also happens that with the Ten of Swords, it's as if you are parting ways, but in this case, for example, as a result of moving. Someone is moving to another city or another country. And then, of course, you part ways. It's as if you are losing each other, and it comes with pain, with very strong sadness. And the feeling, once again, of some kind of hopeless despair. Could it be? Specifically related to the fact that one must, for example, leave, while the other cannot. And then, of course, some situation holds him back. He cannot leave. Maybe the borders are closed. And then there might be some bitterness and so on. Or maybe it's such a situation because you have 2 Four of Wands here. Great powerful cards, 1 Four of Wands, 2 Four of Wands, the fours. You very often point to the purchase of real estate. It might be that one person is buying real estate abroad and goes there to wait. When the second person can leave, for example, to another country or city and meet there. Because at the bottom of the deck, you also have the Ten of Cups, which means that family matters and happy, joyful love relationships come to the forefront. Therefore, perhaps the situation here is such that these restrictions are the result of some external problems. This will affect your relationships, but not because you are breaking up, rather because as long as these restrictions exist, you cannot overcome them. Again, it might be about consulting with someone, including, as you can see here symbolically, it could be consulting online with someone regarding this problem or concerning this issue. And again, perhaps some woman will be helping you either by consulting or you will be learning something from her. So this might be the situation. Let's look further. What awaits you in terms of health? In health, the Queen of Swords appears. And you should pay attention to your health. And although in many countries now it's quite a warm spring, and April, generally speaking, is already a warm month, the Queen of Swords often indicates a cold. Or it might also indicate allergies, if you are prone to them, or asthma, perhaps due to blooming. Very strong, so it might flare up here if you suffer from, say, some allergic reactions. There could be exacerbations. And also cold air is associated with the Queen of Swords, because this sword might again indicate either a cold or hypothermia, which of course can affect your health. So please take care of yourself. And there's one card left. Advice about the Sun, a truly magnificent card, especially when it comes as a result card. It can be said that your difficulties and challenges will be overcome. You see, we start with a very good card, the spread. We end with the Sun, a very powerful card. When all these, well, how to say, dark, let's say, in situations where there seems to be no way out, right? We don't see it. Usually in the darkness, when there seems to be no way out, everything will be illuminated. And here you see a circle is drawn where there seems to be an exit, but you don't know how to get out. And here, too, the Sun, like a circle, and you will find this exit. This light will appear, giving you the opportunity to find a way out, overcome some fears, remove difficult situations, solve any problems. And with the Sun, everything will be favorable for you, because the Sun, besides, it is responsible for questions of happiness, the feeling of fullness of life, satisfaction with life, with certain situations, but it is also a card of security. This means that there will be an opportunity to feel safe. The Sun also speaks of the realization of goals and aspirations, which indeed means that if you have a desire, for example, to overcome a situation related to your personal plan or your relationships, it will be accomplished. Essentially, one can say that as the concluding card of the spread, it indicates that regardless of anything, happy events await you. And generally speaking, there will be some clarity. This clarity will emerge, or some insight will appear that will give you the opportunity to resolve any situation, either to get out of it or to find a solution. This is the optimal, so to speak, way to resolve this situation. Therefore, the advice here might be as follows. Believe that everything will work out for you, and believe that any problems will be resolved successfully, and you will achieve what you have planned, and this can be said even without much effort. Overall, you have a very powerful spread. I showed you at the bottom of the deck, the second Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. It's a very powerful spread. There will be reasons now to rejoice. There will be reasons to feel happy. So, with the Sun, everything will work out for you. It will work out, and as I said, without much effort. Yes, there will be some situations that you will need to resolve, but it is still an opportunity to resolve them. Moreover, the opportunities with the Sun are favorable. So that's the spread that came out for you, dear Scorpios, for April 2025. Subscribe to the channel Terra and Life. I will be very happy to have you. Here, each of you will find your own forecast for the soul, and I thank you for watching. By the way, take a look at this video. I think you will find it interesting. Be sure to watch it if you haven't. Well, we'll see each other tomorrow, as always, on the channel Terra and Life. With love, your Angelica. Hugs to you and goodbye.